Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. And this video I'm going to be showing you everything that's been added, changed and fixed in Minecraft Experimental Snapshot 5. So if you like Minecraft videos like this one, then please make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Minecraft videos like this one. But we will get started. So literally yesterday I uploaded a Minecraft 1.80 news video. Link to it is in the top right hand side of your screen, where I announced that the new Minecraft snapshot would be coming out soon. And literally 10 minutes after I uploaded that video, the new experimental snapshot dropped. So yeah. Great timing, Mojang. Great timing. But anyway, here we are in the new snapshot. It doesn't look too different right here, but we'll go through all the little small changes right now. So we start off with Peakier peaks. So in some areas, mountains have jagged peaks, like in the beloved Bedrock Beta mountains. So yeah, the mountains in Bedrock Edition have looked considerably better already than in Java. So we should see some jagged peaks. Now there's not an example here, but I'll try to find one. And I think this is a good example here. So I have a lofty peaks biome here, and it has lots of jagged little edges and stuff like that, which just brings a little bit more shape to these kinds of mountains instead of just being a blob, which really helps it stand out against the rest of the terrain. Then they made the mountain areas and peak biomes slightly larger on average, so that's pretty nice. We should see a little bit larger mountain biomes, which is always good because these are pretty rare. And then furthermore, they also raised the average mountain height, fixing an unintentional change from Snapshot 4 that made the mountains lower and smoother. Well, this mountain goes to Y190, almost 200 right here. So they are now higher than in the previous experimental snapshot. But as they added the peakier peaks, which we see here, they also had to reduce the height a little bit because otherwise they would stick out way too far. And they also say that they deliberately avoid having peaks or mountains that go above Y260 or so, because we want players to have space to build stuff on the peaks. So any peaks that try to sneak too high up get mercilessly cut off into a plateau. So I'm gonna try to find something that looks like that, but that might not be possible because the very high mountains are very, very rare and not too easy to find because there's no special biome for them. Alright, yeah, I couldn't really find a very tall mountain, but what I did find is this terrible and probably the worst mountain you've ever seen in the Java edition. It's literally, I think, like 50 by 50 blocks. And the height, yeah, it barely comes above Y100. Imagine traveling all this way for a mountain biome and you see this. Wow. I'm also not quite sure what's happening here with the stone shore biome. Look at this. Look how massive this stone shore biome is. This all is a stone shore. What? This definitely isn't normal. There's just a stone shore going from this ocean over here all the way over to this ocean. Yeah, this definitely needs to be fixed in a future snapshot because this looks terrible. Just a massive patch of stone with no features at all. Just some of the stripes, which the stripes I like in general, of course, but not on this scale. Please no. What is this? This isn't correct. Then any fossils with diamond ore inside of them, like the one we found right here, will no longer generate above the deep slate level. So as you can see, this one generated all the way down at Y-52. And so these are pretty rare. So fossils only generate in the desert, and these ones with diamond only generate below the deep slate level. So if you want to find this, the coordinates are on screen right now, and the seed is right here. So you should no longer see these above the deep slate level. Very nice. Then next, a change on the swamps. Yes, we always need a swamp change in these experimental snapshots. So they moved swamps slightly more inward since they were leaking murky swamp water into the ocean. And they say oceans are happy about this, swamps are a bit grumpy. Also, swamp trees can grow in slightly deeper water than before, so swamp lakes should be less barren. And we definitely see this. So we see a lot of these trees actually generating within the swamp lake. So there's 1, 2 down here. Very nice. And this is probably actually the largest swamp I've ever seen in any Minecraft world. Look at this, it just keeps on going. And we do see that in these deeper lakes, yes, there are more swamp trees, making it a little bit more built up, which is nice, of course. Then cave carvers should now be able to carve through red sand and calcite, so those blocks aren't left hanging in the air. So we do see this happening a little bit here, but there's still a lot of red sand just hanging there above a cave carver like this. So this could be fixed further, but I also do like the floating sand, and of course breaking one of these will make them all fall down, which is always super satisfying. So please don't remove that, Mojang. And then next they tweaked the depth of rivers and the steepness of riverbanks. They are less likely to be super deep or get choked off in flat areas. Also, as the river integrates better with swamps, the river tends to get shallow and merge with the swamp instead of carving through. Swamps like that feels less disruptive. So we see an example of a river right here. And it's a very wide river actually, which, well, has been seen before in experimental snapshots, but they should now no longer get cut off too easily by other biomes. It can still happen, but it will definitely be less common. And then it says that small lake features are no longer placed in dry and hot biomes like the desert, savanna and badlands. So these will still be able to appear in the hot biomes. We won't see those small water lakes in desert, savanna and badlands anymore. And also, what is this desert temple doing? Why are you in a cave? And furthermore, they also reduced the number of lake feature placements in other biomes. So yeah, we saw a lot of those small lakes, like this one right here, in the different biomes, but they've now reduced the amount of these lakes that can generate in any other biome, and they've completely removed them from the hot biomes. Then next, small hills and overhangs, 3D noise and text peak, generate more often in flat areas, like in Snapshot 3, which was actually removed in Snapshot 4, causing flat areas to be a bit too flat and featureless. So we'll just see some random 3D noise in the different biomes and not just completely flat areas. That's always nice to give some contrast. Then next, they reduce the amount of shattered terrain in your Minecraft world. So there's terrain like this in the shattered savanna. And they also reduce the amount of shattered savanna biomes in your world, which is sad because this is one of my favorite biomes in Minecraft. I love it because it's just so chaotic and has such interesting shapes to it. But they will still be in your world, just a little bit more rare. But I just think this looks amazing with all the floating islands. Next, they increase the number of blocks a water spring can generate from. So that's just a single water source like this that spreads down a mountain. So previously it could only be generating in stone, but now it can also generate in blocks such as dirt and snow. And so we should see more of these in the different biomes, but also, for example, in the snow-capped peaks and stuff like that, you could also find some of these waterfalls flowing down the mountains. And they've also added these springs to the lush caves. But something else I've noticed about the lush caves is that they are way too rare. So there's one right here, but this one's actually 5,000 blocks away from 0, So I was at 0, I used the locate biome command, and it was 5,000 blocks before I found the first lush cave. Look at how many dripstone caves there are. There's one there, there's one there, there's lots of them. Then next up they say they fixed an indent in the code, which just means that they've pressed tab one too many times when writing down the code and they remove that. They also say, doesn't matter at all, so I don't know why I'm mentioning it here. Great joke, nice. Next up, they reduced the size of the badlands biomes a little bit. So the badlands have been increasing since the previous snapshots a whole lot. Just made them a tiny bit smaller, but not noticeably so. Then they've re-added the jungle edge biome, which was removed in a previous experimental snapshot. And they say that if they decide to keep this biome, which is just a divider between a jungle and a different biome, then they will change the name since it's not really an edge anymore. So we can actually see that this jungle edge is all the way over here, all the way into the jungle right here, and then it turns into a bamboo jungle. So they might rename this jungle edge biome or just remove it completely. Then next, the change to the mushroom fields biome. So they tweaked the mushroom fields biome so it matches the shape of the islands better. And this is a massive mushroom fields biome. And something else I've noticed is that they've removed the mushroom fields shore biome, or at least it's still in the game, it's still in the list right here. But if we try to locate biome it, yeah, there's nothing in a reasonable distance. And we're at a mushroom fields biome, so there should definitely be a mushroom fields shore here. And also something strange going on here is that the layer of mycelium is actually generating below the water and then instantly turning back into dirt because it's underwater. So that's quite strange, and they will probably fix that in a future snapshot. Just something odd I saw when I got here. Alright, well maybe something else is going on with the caves, because I just tried to locate biome a dripstone caves right here, and it says there's one 600 blocks away, while there's just one right here. So yeah, I guess it's just a problem with the locate command. Also, wow, this generation. This is probably the largest lava lake I've seen in the overworld. It's like a nether lava lake in the overworld with massive amounts of dripstone caves on top of it. Alright, this deserves to be the thumbnail. Well, anyway, there was another change to the dripstone caves. So if the dripstone caves intersect with the surface, they will generate with stone instead of grass. So dripstone cave entrances should look less grassy and more stony. And then finally, they removed the height-based mob spawning change that was added in Snapshot 3. So they say, we appreciate the community discussions about this. We decided to undo the change for now and we'll come back to this when we have more time. So yeah, they changed it so that mob spawning was independent of height, so mobs would have the same chance of generating at y minus 64 as y 312, but now it's back to more chance of mob spawning at the bottom of the world than the top of the world. But anyway, there we go. Those are all the additions, changes, and fixes in Minecraft Experimental Snapshot 5 for Minecraft 1.18. If you like this video, then please make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Minecraft videos like this one. I want to thank my tier member, the Smikkelaar. Thank you so much for becoming a tier 3 member. If you also want to become a member, click the blue join button under the video to check out the different tiers. There we go. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you all in the next one. So until then, bye bye.